Just doing a mic check. Let's see how things are going. Check. That's not too bad. I think I could turn it up just a hair. Darren, you hear me in that headset?
Hear me?
There we go. I would if I potted you up, you know, that matters. Just checking the levels. I think we're okay. Everything looks pretty good. I'm going to get a text message in about 2 minutes, and that's going to tell me everything I need to know. I told you wouldn't have heard.
I got one.
All right. I hear both. I like that. I like the sound of I hear both. Yes. My wife says the same thing. Darren, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. And we welcome you to the Ice Palace in Dodge County as the Dodge County Wildcats are going to host the Mayo Spartans out of Rochester. Both these teams are on a winning streak. I'm Joel McCall. Alongside is Darren Sprider. No Steve Alvarado tonight, so we called each other the B team, and then Darren kind of joked that it might be lower than that, so I gave us a C+. We'll see what the grade is at the end of the night, I guess.
Exactly.
For the Dodge County Wildcats, 7 in a row. They're sitting at 7-1-1 on the season. And for the Mayo Spartans, they sit at 7-3. They're in the Big 9 conference. So their schedule's pretty similar throughout the season. They just play their conference teams a lot. It's very rare that these Big 9 schools meet up with Dodge County because they haven't been stepping too much out of their conference this year. They've actually been staying in conference. The girls for Dodge County, the girls side, they couldn't play a team from the Big 9. They all stayed in conference. They wanted to play all the girls teams in that conference. So it's kind of rare that I'm seeing the boys this year. I didn't think it would happen, but they have played a couple of them. Northfield, and then they played Mankato East just a couple days ago, and then Faribault. So at least the boys are getting that chance to play a couple Big 9 schools.
Yeah, I believe they have Century on the schedule coming up later in the year too. So yeah, you know, Faribault and Mankato, those are big section rivals for us, obviously too. So it's good to get a game there and help with the section seedings and kind of see where everybody's at as far as their level.
Yeah, it's huge win for Dodge County the other night against Mankato East. We're going to talk about that, but I'll start with the Mayo Spartans. They found ways to win during their 4-game winning streak. Spartans survived 2 close calls, 3-2 versus Albert Lee. Their last game was versus Leward. Mayo actually trailed 1-0 9 minutes into that match with the Leward Eagles. Sophomore Mason Lineback found the net 2 minutes later to finish the first 1-1. And then Mayo scored with Cohen Ruskell as well as Ryan Drips in the second to take a 3-1 lead. Final period, Mayo and Leward went back and forth. The Eagles did score, but only a minute remained, and then even emptying the net wasn't enough. I started diving in a little bit more on the Mayo Spartans, and this is a very experienced group. Many of them have played in different leagues, getting more ice time on performance teams, and many played on the 16 under AAA Austin Bruins. That might sound familiar because a lot of these Dodge County kids have also played in that. They're going to be really familiar with one another.
Yeah, you know, these kids they've played a lot of games all the way up through the ranks, squirts, peewees, bantams. They're well known. They do some of the performance training here at Dodge. A lot of the area kids, Owatonna, Rochester, all those kids come over for it. So yeah, all these kids know each other, and it always adds for a little extra juice in the game whenever one of the Rochester schools are over, I think.
If this varsity game is anything like the JV game that I just sat through the third period, we're in for a dandy tonight. And that it did end 3-3, by the way. I want to highlight 2 first-year Mayo Spartans, sophomore Mason Lineback, as I said, and sophomore Ethan Dennis. The duo have tagged up for 9 goals, 10 assists, impressive numbers for first-year players. And where Mayo has plenty of experience is in net. Goalies Peyton Mancuso and Tate Cawthorn have suited for high-performance teams and have multiple varsity seasons. Mancuso actually was a transfer from Winona after starting their 2 seasons. Regardless of who Mayo uses tonight, Dodge County will have their hands full trying to score. First period shots comparison, that's my question of the night. I just want to know what the first period shots are because Mayo was up on Leward 16-5. Cawthorn, his save percentage this year for Mayo is in the top 5 in the state.
Wow.
Yeah, he's good. .958 is his save percentage. Dodge County will be holding on to those pucks if they can get some past Cawthorn. And for Dodge County, one of the most dominating performances in a 7-0 shutout over Faribault. Wildcats held the Falcons to only 8 shots, 1 in the third period. That's it. Brody Lamb, need I say more? 2 goals, 2 assists. Blaisdell's playing fantastic. He supplied 3 of the team's 11 assists. A blowout win over Faribault and 7 in a row. A lot of confidence for Dodge County coming in here tonight.
Yeah, they're playing some really good hockey here as of late. That Albert Lee game, a couple games back there too. I said that was, I know I talked to Coach Warren beforehand, and he wanted them to keep the intensity the whole game. They'd had a little tendency to let up a little bit when they get leads and let teams kind of crawl back in. And that game, they just took it to them the entire game, and it's been a little bit more of that ever since. So they keep that intensity up for 3 periods and have all 3 lines that are really firing for them right now. They're a tough matchup for anybody.
Yeah, lots of firepower throughout the DC lineup. Earlier this week, I got to talk with a DC Wildcat. That was Isaac Rodney out of Byron. And man, is he playing some great hockey. In the Faribault game, he had 2 assists, 1 assist in the Mankato East game. Rodney's numbers may not be where they were last year as far as goals, but he is really helping out with assists. And he's making those little plays that are so crucial in a hockey game. And I do want to go back to that Mankato East game, 4-3 overtime win. If you didn't see it, the Wildcats were actually down 3-1 in the middle of the second period. Brody Lamb made it 3-2 with just 37 seconds left in the second period. Huge momentum boost. Donovan, who's also playing unbelievably well right now, Matt Donovan is, he tied the game at 10 minutes and 44 seconds. And then they pretty much battled for another 10 minutes until Jake Isaac won in overtime. And let's make no mistake about it, DC needed a win like that over a section opponent, not only for seeding, but it goes back to that conference confidence too. There's a team they got ousted out in the playoffs last year. They get a little redemption the other night.
Yeah, and you got to set it with everybody there too. We mentioned before that all the lines are firing a little bit right now. Early in the year, it seemed like they were struggling a little bit to score and that kind of stuff. I mentioned it on air on the Albert Lee game as I looked kind of through the stats. You had Giesler, Rodney, some of those guys that had scored quite a bit a year ago.
Right.
Blaisdell even as far as scoring, just haven't put it in the net a whole lot. Now they've started coming on. You got Miles Smith, Griffin Funk, some of the third liners scoring a little bit too. And like I said, you get some more scoring out of these other couple lines, take a little bit of the focus off Brody Lamb, which everybody does. It makes him even more dynamic because now they can't just focus on that guy. So
wait, teams highlight Brody Lamb?
They tend to a little bit. That's what I've been told.
I guess I didn't. I never noticed that. In that win against Mankato East, DC allowed 2 power play goals, and I think that could be a major factor tonight. The Wildcats won a victory over a game Mayo team. They can't afford those penalties. I think getting shorthanded against a really solid club that's got 7 wins on the season, and you allowed a couple of power play goals the other night, you just don't want to go shorthanded. Now, Brody Lamb scored a lot of shorthanded goals this season, no doubt about that, but I don't think that's in the game plan for Coach Warden.
That's a dangerous game plan if that's what you're going to rely on. But, I was looking through that Mayo statistics there a little bit, too, and the one thing that really stood out to me with this Rochester club is, we talk about Brody Lamb and all the goals he scores and Matty Donovan and stuff. You look down that stat sheet of Mayo, and it's pretty even. They got 7, 8 guys that are sitting at, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. They don't have that one guy to shut down. Sometimes that's scary too, when you don't know where it's going to come from.
Right, and you mentioned that with the Dodge County Wildcats, Lamb at 15 goals, Donovan at 12, and then it drops to Ethan Hamill at 4. Well, on the other side for Mayo Spartans, as Darren just alluded to, Ethan, as I highlighted him earlier, Ethan Dennis has 6 goals, Drips at 5, and I think, always good to do math on the air, but I think it's 6 players have 3 goals at least for Mayo, have 3 goals. So you're right, you never know where it's going to come from. They're also very balanced when it comes to assists, so not just one playmaker, but it's going to be several for the Mayo Spartans tonight. Should be a great game, looking forward to it. Mayo is in Class 2A, and they're in Section 1. And with Dodge County, they're in 1A, and they're in Section 1. Section game so far, Dodge County is 3-0. Mayo sits at 2-2. Probably because they play half of them in their own conference too, with like Owatonna, Northfield's in that, Century. So quite a few teams in the Big Nine that they see. John Marshall's another one, although they're struggling when it comes to hockey this year. John Marshall is, so is Austin. And for the Dodge County Wildcats, 7 in a row. They tied Northfield 5-5 to start the season, lost to Maple Grove 12-1. Since that time, haven't lost. Beat Hopkins 3-2, New Prague 4-2, Simley 6-4, Laverne 9-1, Albert Lee 10-0, as Darren mentioned. Mankato East overtime 4-3, and Faribault 7-0. That game took place on the 16th, just 4 days ago. And for Mayo, they started the season walloping Austin 14-0, lost to Owatonna 5-3, a close game there. Beat Century in a close one, 2-1. Beat John Marshall 4-0. Lost to Mankato East 2-1. Lost to Northfield 5-0. And then went on their hot streak of 4 in a row. Albert Lee 3-2, Winona 4-2, Red Wings 7-0, and held on the Lured Eagles 3-2. And Mayo plays Century next on the 25th. Dodge County for theirs. They host La Crescent next Friday on a game I'm guessing that Steve Alvarado will be back for. I hope. Please come back, Steve. My play-by-play skills for hockey are going to be limited tonight. I can tell you that right now. I'm happy that you're with us, though, Darren, and this should be sponsors, too. I know that we are having some buffer issues, too.
Welcome back to the best student section in southern Minnesota.
That's right. They got some more fans allowed into the Ice Palace.
Today's Minnesota
Terry
State
Donovan
High School
at the
game
PA.
featuring our very own Dodge County Wildcats hosting the Mayo Spartans. Please remember to be respectful of the state high school rules and the Minnesota mandates and keep your face coverings on at all times. After the second period, there will be a 50-50 drawing, so make sure that you get your tickets for a chance to win some money. In doing this, you are also helping support Dodge County hockey. Let's welcome to the ice, the Mayo Spartans.
Here come Mayo. They're coming out now. We got a camera guy. Who's with us?
Yeah, we got Jackson Rattler helping out on the.
Perfect.
Or actually, no. We got A.J. Donovan over here. I thought I'd put in a request. I thought Jackson, I seen him earlier. I thought he was going to come up, but A.J. helped me out a week ago and did a good job. So
Nice. Although I'm not sure I like his hat.
Running the camera, I get watching the game a little bit too much. I get a little behind. I got a little grief the one day I did it.
Oh yeah, I'm about the same way, Darren. I understand. Well, the puck moves so quickly. Momentum could change in a hurry. Looking forward to this one here tonight.
Yeah, I told AJ if he'd help me out that his dad would give him $20. So
I hope he holds to that.
Welcome our Dodge County Wildcats.
And here come the Wildcats coming out on the ice. Like I said, should be a great game between these two teams. Gonna fill up the Ice Palace tonight. Got a great crowd on hand. We'll have the starters. I know they're gonna do the national anthem.
it's been a fun day around here. I really like these boy-girl doubleheader type things. Whole day of hockey here. And
I wish we could do more of that when it comes to basketball
And
too,
now,
Darren.
for tonight's
I'd like to
starting
see
lineups. First,
girls
for
and
Mayo.
boys or boys and girls.
At wing, number 23, a sophomore, Ethan Dennis.
So here's your starters, Ethan Dennis for
At wing,
Mayo.
number 8, a sophomore, Jacob Brown.
And Jacob Brown.
Centering their line, number 22, a sophomore, Mason Lineback.
And there's Lineback. All three of those guys are
Next,
first-year
number
players.
18, a sophomore, Will Sexton. And his partner, number 2, a junior, Ethan Norman. In net for the Spartans tonight, number 1, a junior, Tate Coburn. Mayo is coached by Matt Notterman, assisted by Nate Marcus and Ron Moffett. And now, for your Dodge County Wildcats, first, our forwards. At right wing, number 7, junior captain from Byron, Brody Lamb.
Brody Lamb.
And left wing, number 5, a junior from Byron, Brendan Waleski. Centering their line, number 14, a junior from Casson Manorville, Matt Donovan. And now our defensemen. First, number 25, a junior from Casson Manorville, Easton Hamill. And his partner, number 2, a senior captain from Casson Manorville, Charlie Blaisdell. Our goalie tonight is number 31, a junior from Pine Island, Isaac Dale. Dodge County is coached by Nick Ward, assisted by Bryce Wilcox and Jeff Land.
And here's our
now
national
please
anthem.
rise, face the flag, remove your headgear for the playing of the national anthem.
Got the heat on tonight for sure. Well, as Darren mentioned, the girls played earlier, 3-2. They got the win over Simley. Good game that they had. They got the win over Leward too on Thursday night. They got a couple of wins in a row for the girls. I saw plenty of TV cameras coming in, so there's going to be a lot of media that's covering this tonight.
And officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments.
Kate Cawthorn in the net for Mayo Spartans, 2 years, played on the high performance. Only allowed 6 goals throughout that time. So far this season for Cawthorn, he's 4-1, because they've had Mancuso also in the net.
Sky U Dodge, let's play hockey.
Cawthorn just 7 goals on the season, 1.23. Dale in the net, 175 saves at an .862 percentage, 28 goals allowed, averaging about 3. Teams will meet in the middle. It'll be Dennis and Donovan to start things off. It'll come to the Dodge County Wildcats, moving right to left. Blaisdell looking over to Hamill and back over to Blaisdell. Middle of the ice, and Dodge County will hold possession and dump it deep into Mayo. Fighting just behind the net of Cawthorn. Nobody really freeing it up. Finally it comes out with Williamson. Oh, and fanned on it did Hamill. Stayed in the offensive zone. Moleski didn't want to play it. He played off of it. Hamill still fighting. A couple of guys looked for Brown in the middle for Mayo. Couldn't get it there, and we do have...
I tell you, like I said, it's a big season game here between the two teams. Everybody's got a little extra jump in their step, wanting to play Rochester, and Rochester not wanting to lose the Dodge. It looked like right away there people mishandling the puck a little bit. They'll cool down here as the game goes, I'd imagine, though.
A little jittery so far. Line changes. Isaac had come in for Dodge County. Take the face off, lost it. Mayo with a shot from the blue line, and it is glove saved by Dale. Shot by Chandler Dennis of Mayo. Face off to Dale's right. Comes behind him. He'll sprawl out as Mayo will gather control. McBain's on the outside, can't find him, and over on the far side, but Dodge County was clearing with Giesler. Do chip it into the Mayo zone. Behind the net goes McBain, a defensive player for Mayo, who's already subbed in too. A couple line changes for both teams, trying to get fresh legs right away and get an opportunity, but it comes to the middle of the ice. And Ethan Dale for Dodge County settles in, dumps it, coming on this near side, and Mayo will chip it down. That's Beavers. That's trailing the play, comes across. Big hit to that side and all the way around to the middle of the ice for Dodge County. They put it to the Mayo zone. Far side, Jacobson hit hard off of it. Hamill gets a wild shot from the blue line. Blaisdell saves for Dodge County. Knifing his way through, centering pass, but it goes wide. Jacobson can't grab that, and we do have a penalty, I believe. I hear the Dodge County fans, student section, making their presence known over to our right, and it is a penalty on Mayo. 15:07, first period.
Yeah, those big hits down in the corner of the student section. Nothing excites them more than that.
And they're going to let you know if you make a mistake.
You know, and we mentioned earlier too, the scoring hasn't necessarily come out of every line there, but there's another great example of contributing there. Giesler hustled back on that, broke up the centering pass on a 2-on-1 there, so.
Precisely. And they called roughing. Hamill shot, goes a little up and over. Penalty and power play for Dodge County. Brody Lamb finding a little bit of room right in front. Cawthorn found it and does save. Give an inch to Brody Lamb and you might find it in the net. 14:50, clock stops, first period. Only 16 seconds into the power play for Dodge County. They get a shot off. It's 1-1 and shots on goal.
Yeah, that's about the goalie's worst nightmare there. Puck landed on Lamb's stick and everybody just left him.
Let's see if Donovan could get the face off. He does. Comes right back off to Lamb, who worms his way through the middle. Finds Donovan. Shot goes up and over and into the net. And we'll have another face off. This will come to Cawthorn's left. And Lamb gonna, or no, are they gonna say comes out? Yeah, they're gonna move the face off to the out of the zone.
Yeah, I think I just went a little wild off the stick there, no deflection or anything, so it comes out of the zone.
Yep, it was off Donovan, and he didn't hit the post, he didn't hit the goalie, he didn't hit nothing. So he hit netting, and he'll go right back to it. Won by Dodge County at mid-ice. Poked stick away by Sexton for Mayo. Dodge County will regroup behind Dale. Now here they come with Blaisdell on the near side. Dumps it in. Trailing it is Funk. Boy, Griffin Funk, he's played some fantastic hockey too for Dodge County. Deep is Donovan. Far side, Hamill at the blue line. Didn't want to rifle his slap shot. Stays away from it. Comes to Lamb. Deeper and back to Lamb. Takes another shot. Not sure if that got through. Cawthorn might have had a little bit of pad on it. Goes wide over on the far side. Comes right back to Lamb. Fakes a slap shot. Gets a little closer. This will be deflected. Good defense by Mayo. Goes up into the rafters. My favorite. And Peyton Core was on the defense for Mayo on that one. Line change for both teams as puck stays in Dodge County's offensive zone. They're looking for a power play. Go to just 44 seconds remaining. Jake Isaac to take the face-off along with Dennis. That's Ethan. They got two Dennises too. Puck got loose in front with Woleski, but his shot goes and redirected. And Dodge County keep it in. They're trying like crazy, but Mayo dumps it deep. And they got it out of there with Dennis. That's Chandler. So they got two Dennises, and they're both on the ice at the same time. That's Steve's favorite. Oh, and went backwards. Ethan Dennis was able to play that. Mayo whiffed on the clearing, and now Dodge County gets a great chance. Shot goes up and over off of for Gavin Giesler. Dodge County with just 8 seconds remaining on the power play. Mayo will clear, and they're going to be at even strength here in just a second. Big check over on the far side. Dishing that out is Chandler Dennis, but Dodge County does come out with it.
Looks like we got a delayed penalty call here, too. Dale will head to the bench here.
Woleski over on the far side. Once it's touched by Mayo, and it will be now. Good call by you. I didn't see that. Where'd that even take place, Darren?
I didn't see the call. I just
didn't
seen the
either.
official put the arm up. So
The first period and back-to-back power plays. There was roughly about 20 seconds in between the first power play ending and the second one coming for Dodge County.
yeah, I didn't exactly see it. And I know the Mayo coaching staff doesn't think they saw it either.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. Comes to number 7, Chandler Dennis, the junior.
So Mayo had pretty much just played that first penalty out there and back to full strength, and they'll go back shorthanded again here. Dodge on their second power play of the night.
Yeah, and roughing was the second call, so back-to-back roughing calls for the Mayo Spartans. Puts Dodge County right back into the man advantage. They come to the middle. Donovan trailing in the middle, but can't find him, circling all the way around. That's a Steve Nash type move, but I know this is not basketball. It's Hamill on the outside. Good shot by him. Redirected by Cawthorn, but it stays out in front. As Dodge County pokes it back towards Cawthorn, and he gloves it.
Yeah, when they can pop it back to the point to Hamill, he's got one of the hardest shots you'll see.
I agree. I was actually surprised he didn't fire it the first time from the blue line on the last power play. Got the chance there. 31 seconds into the power play. Clock moves. Brody Lamb and Dodge County still making a couple moves. Hamill gets another shot redirected out in front. I think that hit about 4 guys. Stays in for Dodge County, and another slap shot for Hamill. Just scoots by Cawthorn. Didn't even have to put any pad on it. Saved over on the far side. Blaisdell thought about it. Comes over to Hamill. Another shot. That one goes up and over the head of Cawthorn. Still saved by Blaisdell. Dodge County doing a great job keeping it in their offensive zone. On the power play, not allowing. And a one-timer trying to come off the stick of Brody Lamb, but he's able to circle back around, and it go in! It did! Lamb circled back around, and I don't know if Cawthorn just lost it or if it went up and over his left shoulder.
I think it went up over his left shoulder. It didn't look like he had any kind of angle to pull that shot off, but
that's exactly what I thought.
I've learned a long time ago not to doubt when he shoots.
Yeah, Lamb, if you don't follow a lot of hockey, he's got 15 goals this year, but he nearly scored 50 last year. I mean, unbelievable.
He led the state in scoring last year, and I think he missed 5 games with a concussion.
Yes, you are correct.
Scoring for Dodge County, number 7, Brody Lamb. Assisted by number 2, Charlie
Blaisdell gets the assist, and that was a power play goal. So Dodge County leading 1-0 of 5:18. All right, sounds good. Thank you, Mr. Donovan. I had it off by 3 seconds. So 11:20 in the first period, and Dodge County's on the board with a 1-0 lead thanks to the power play. A big hit for Mayo as they're going to try and settle things in on their own zone. Dennis comes back out, looking towards the middle, and we're going to have a penalty on Dodge County. I see the hand raised. Tracking this after it got out of the zone is Giesler. He'll touch it up, and it'll be another penalty on, this time on Dodge County. First one on them. And one team where Dodge County gets a power play goal, now Mayo gets the chance.
Yeah, it's the physicalness is starting to pick up here a little bit.
I don't think anybody will complain about that. That's how it was for the JV game, too. Lineback will take the face-off for Mayo, but they couldn't control it. Coming all the way to the midpoint is Drip. This is actually going to roll all the way down and come into the hands of Cawthorn.
Brody Lamb was able to pop that out of the zone, never really caught up to it, but enough pressure that Cawthorn was saying, I'm going to just freeze this thing and we'll start this over again.
And make the Mayo Spartans go full distance to gain it back into their zone. They'll circle with Jacobson. Coming up ahead. Actually, check that. That's Sexton for the Spartans. Blaisdell had a touch for Dodge County, and now Brody Lamb. He's got a man ahead. Oh, I don't think he saw Donovan. And the Wildcats control anyway. Had it in the zone real quickly. No shot on goal. Cleared up. Blue line of Dodge County. Obviously no icing called because it's the power play for Mayo. 10 minutes left in the first period. 1-0. Dodge County leading Mayo. Over on the far side, and here come the Spartans. Clearing blue ice, or the blue line, and setting things up is Drips, but he couldn't control it. Back over is Lamb. Boy, Lamb will kill an entire 2 minutes by himself, won't he?
Yeah. Whoa.
He hit the rafters, trying to clear it all the way out.
I think he was trying to send it down the ice and get a quick change out there, but he got plenty of air under it.
Just a hair. He ends up hitting the rafters, and that'll bring the puck right back to Mayo zone as Dennis wins the face-off. Pass over to the far side, just stays in. Looking for Hodge over on the far end. Does get it now to Lineback. Checking over his options. Power play is 30 seconds left for the Spartans. Not getting much out of it though, as Dodge County holding true. Griffin loses it, and it's cleared up by Dodge County. 9 minutes and 15 seconds first period, and my goodness, look out, Waleski almost got a goal by himself, sneaking in the back door. Rodney will dump it a little bit deeper, and here come the Spartans. Couldn't quite catch up to it now. Griffin does, but he ends up falling over, and it's cleared up once again by Dale. That's Ethan Dale for Dodge County, and they have blown through that penalty. And they're at full strength. Nice little tip. And coming in hard is Chandler Dennis for Mayo. He had nobody with him though, Darren, and
left him on an island a little by himself.
Yeah, he had no options. Dodge County able to regain possession, banks it off of the near boards. Can't find anybody, and it's Sexton. Sexton with a shot, but it is glove saved by Dale. And the clock will stop at 8 minutes and 22 seconds. 5 shots on goal for Dodge County, 2 for the Mayo Spartans.
The Dodge has come out pretty hard here again tonight, using a lot of that team speed again. Really raising havoc with Mayo trying to set anything up. Good little quick shot there, though, for Mayo off the point there.
Williamson steps in to take the face-off for Mayo. Lost it to Donovan. Blaisdell passes it off, and Dodge County will bank it up to the blue line for Lamb. He'll drop it off for Donovan, who's got plenty of momentum. Shot padded off by Cawthorn on the far side. His left pad gets on it. 6-2 shots on goal after Donovan, and he stays with it on the near board. Cutting in front. Oh, got right in front of Cawthorn. I don't think that actually was a shot on goal, though. Cleared up because it just fanned right in front of him.
Yeah, no, Waleski and Lamb were both right there, but Mayo did a good job of tying both of them up. They couldn't get a stick on it.
No, and if it was redirected, I don't know if Cawthorn would have found it.
Yeah.
There was so much traffic in front, and that one just snuck out of the blue line, and offsides was called on Dodge County. They'll run back in with Isaac. Circling is Griffin. We've been in there for quite a while. This is a shot past the blue line and all the way down, touched by Crawford for Mayo. Saved up by Smith of Dodge County, and into the Mayo zone once again are Dodge County. Threatening with a 1-0 lead at 7 minutes and 15 seconds. First period. Cleared up in a little momentum for the Spartans. Far side. Good pass from Brown. Got over to Dennis. But once again, Mayo didn't have a whole lot of options. Now they regain it with Dennis. Circles past one, comes to the near side. Trying to put something on. Dodge County ends up double teaming and lost the puck for a moment. Came to Chandler Dennis. Right back around to Jacob Brown. Farther in for Lineback. Oh, and coming in from the bench area was Ruskell, who has 3 goals on the season. His first year for Varsity.
Yeah, he flashed hard to the center there. He just missed on the pass.
Yeah, just skipped over the stick. Otherwise, I think he would have had a good shot. Dodge County and Mayo both fighting for it. Comes to the midpoint of ice. Oh, we got a penalty This is going to come on, I think, McPeak. They might have got him for an elbow. Or no, I take that back.
Looks like they're sending Giesler
Yeah,
to the box.
Giesler. I thought maybe it was an elbow on.
They called him for the hook. I don't know that I saw that. He hustling back to try and make a play there, but he must have got the stick around him a little bit.
.10:44. This will be the second penalty on Dodge County. 2 penalties on the Mayo Spartans. The 1 goal will come on the power play for Dodge County. Pass from near to far from Grethen, found nobody for the Spartans of Mayo.
Well, we haven't seen a whole lot of full-strength hockey yet tonight.
No, we haven't. That's way off the netting. That would have been a souvenir for us, Darren. That would have made it all the way over here.
Yeah.
You ever been to a hockey game and got a puck?
No, I haven't.
I came close once at a minor league game. Bounced right in front of us in a Exarban in Omaha. It was a very, very old. They didn't have netting.
Yeah. Pay attention, seats.
Yeah, yes. That's exactly what it was. That's cleared out by Dodge County, and there's a minute and a half left. They're in the first period, 1-0. Dodge County leading, but it is a power play for Mayo. Both teams on a hot streak. 7 wins in a row for Dodge County, 4 for Mayo. Boy, Mayo has not been able to control much. Now finally getting across half is Norman. That's Ethan Norman. Getting taken off the puck by Hamill. Still trying to regain it, and Dodge County comes out with it. Lamb thinking about going shorthanded. Oh, and he is tattooed by Ethan Norm, and they're going to call a penalty on it, though. Mayo fans do not like it.
I think he went up high on him there. He got the elbow up kind of in the head area. Otherwise, I think it would have been a good play. He just got up a little high.
I agree, because Lamb turned towards him. It wasn't like a blindside hit.
Yeah. These two are exchanging pleasantries right afterwards, too.
They're just making dinner reservations now that restaurants are more open. 11:50. Third penalty on. Well, you asked for even hockey, Darren. We get it now with 4-on-4. Hamill the shot. Knocked off by Cawthorn. Comes to the near side. Dodge County is trying to control it with Rogney. Does. Shifts around right in front by Cawthorn, but he butterflies and deflects. Woleski steals from Sexton. Let's clear it all the way down, and we're going to have icing because it's even hockey. You think about your power plays, you'd normally want to do that and clear it out, but Mayo clears, and that allows Dodge County for a line change. So does Mayo. And coming right back in is the number 1 line for BC with Donovan and Lamb. Blaisdell, Hamill. Lamb comes to the blue line. It's back over by Blaisdell. Him and Lamb will switch spots. Hamill, far side. I think Blaisdell wanted a shot there, but didn't quite get it clean on the stick. Now Lamb finds a little room. Shot is to the right of Cawthorn. Saved up by Blaisdell. And stays in with Hamill on the near side, and Dodge County's penalty is over, and they're going to go on the power play for 1 minute. Leading 1-0. Blaisdell's being tracked by Jacobson of Mayo. Comes around his own net, does Blaisdell. Finally a pass up ahead, but it's too strong. Played there by Lester. Hamill coming in hard. And that shot was redirected by about 3 guys. Comes back over on the near side for Lamb. Man, he's losing 3. Donovan with a shot. Oh, nice pass from far to near. Lamb found Donovan, but Cawthorn with a nice
Yeah,
save.
no, he found him perfect there, right on the weak side of the net, but Cawthorn got right over for a nice save there. Tell you, Lamb and Donovan have played together a lot of years, and they just seem to know right where each other's always going to be.
10 shots on goal to 2 for Mayo. Face off comes behind Cawthorn. Couple of Wildcats over there with Isaac. able to play. Comes back over to the blue line. McPeak, shot. Oh, that one wide of the net as well. Remember, this is a power play. Nice job by McPeak going all the way down to make sure it doesn't trickle out. Comes right back to him, right in the middle of the ice at the blue line. One-timer over the far side. That goes wide and then out for McPeak. He'll have to gather it. Look back over on the far side.
Mayo, full strength.
And there's the penalty is over with as Woleski tried to take it into the Mayo territory.
The dreaded move at the blue line, had to bring it back out as some people got offsides there.
Yep, unfortunately. For the Wildcats. Dumped down by Mayo. As DC leading 1-0, just 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the...
I think we might have caught too many on the ice right there.
I think you're right.
As I see 6 of them standing around the bench there, I think we one too many, so back into the box we go.
Oh my goodness. I only have spots for 30 penalties, so
yeah.
I hope we don't hit that that many, Darren.
Well, Dodge has been controlling the game for the most part here, but you just can't keep playing them man down. Eventually he'll catch up to you.
Minor penalty has been assessed.
Too many men.
For too many men on the ice. Serving the penalty will be number 6, Miles Smith. Again, Dodge
This
County,
was
20
inside
men.
the 2-minute shot. Oh, a nice job by Dale. I think he just redirected it off with a glove, and it goes into the netting.
That was a quick release there. I think it caught Dale a little bit by surprise. Didn't quite get the full glove on it, just enough to do the job.
And for Mayo, for power plays, they are 20% on the year. They've scored 5 power play goals. Dodge County sitting at 23%. They do have 8 after scoring their 1 power play goal tonight. As that one right back into the net. Well, yeah, Terry might as well just keep letting the music play. I don't think we played 2 seconds. 2:25 first period. With Dodge County leading. Mayo Spartans. 7-1 or DC 7-1-1. And 7-3 are the Mayo Spartans. They're on the power play, so a man advantage. Out for Norman, but that doesn't find anything. Goes behind Dale. Blaisdell poking off the puck and falling down, comes to the near side. Dumped back in. I think Griffin is on the near side. Norman over on the far side. He dips it farther in. Regathered by Hodge. Comes back out. And it's Norman wanting to shoot it from the blue line. It's redirected. And actually it's Donovan on a 2-on-1. Pass over on the far side. Scores! On the short-handed goal, it's Brody Lamb once again from Donovan.
Well, we already had a couple of the opposite earlier in the game where Lamb has made a nice pass over to Donovan, who hasn't been able to quite take it home yet. But Donovan returns the favor over to Lamb, and Lamb buries it. So
what a pass, too, huh, Darren?
Yeah,
I mean, my goodness.
Those two work great together. Once again, every time they were trying to shoot from the point up there, they were really pressuring the points, and I was just waiting for one of those to hit a shin pad and go the other way, and that's exactly what happened.
You called it. That is the 6th shorthand goal for Brody Lamb on the year and gives Dodge County a 2-0 lead. 45 seconds left in the power play. There's still 1:25 left in the first period. So Mayo looking to maybe regain a little bit of momentum if they can capitalize on the man advantage. What a goal by Lamb and Donovan. Inside. Oh, and off the net. I thought that was actually through.
Yeah, when you see that net go like that, it's hard to tell sometimes.
No, I didn't.
Here we come again.
Yes. And that was Rogney leaving it up for Woleski. Getting into Mayo territory, but a good defensive play by Norman. Shuts that down for Dodge County. Mayo coming on the near side. Can't quite get to it. This core for Mayo. Dumped deeper in. They'll have to go on the defense. Sexton.
Well, we're back full strength here now.
There's the Super Mario eating a mushroom sound effect, and you're right. Even strength. 25 seconds in the first period. A 2-0 lead for Dodge County. Dumped deep by Williamson. Behind the net for Dale. And Dodge County are going to push up ahead right to the midway point with Giesler. But, oh, now a stick got lost. That was actually Giesler's, and here comes Mayo. Setting up with Dennis. And you're right. Oh, boy, things are getting rough. As coming in as McBain, he didn't like what transpired. McBain had to get out of there, and instead he came up and actually was pushing. Well, the physicality you talked about earlier, Darren, we're seeing it. These two teams, they're getting after each other.
I tell you, there's a lot of talking going on after every whistle, too. Not so sure they're getting along real well here. This could get heated by the end of this game.
And that's Brody Lamb going into the box.
They got him for tripping down here on the sidewall.
Minor penalty has been assessed.
There were a couple of big-time hits, too. Not only did he have the tripping, but there were a few checks that I just don't think Mayo really particularly cared for. They got an A-plus cameraman over there. I tell you what, he's zooming in, zooming out. He follows the puck. He can have my job some nights.
Setting the bar high for everybody here.
Only 3 seconds in the first. Don't want to give up a cheap goal, and they won't. As comes to Donovan, and that will be it. As DC student section gets into it. 7 penalties in that period. And 11-3 is shots.
Goal number 1 was Brody Lamb with an assist to Charlie Blaisdell. And goal number 2 was a shorthanded goal by Brody Lamb, assist to Matt Donovan.
You got it. He got them both. Lamb got both of them. Blaisdell gave the assist for the first one. Donovan on the second one. A power play goal and a shorthanded goal. And if you looked at the statistics from that first half, or the first period, pardon me, 5-on-5 hockey, did we see 5 minutes of it?
There wasn't much of it, I know that. Dodge looked really good on the penalty kill. I think some of their best looks of the game actually came shorthanded there. So
yeah, they end up coming away with one of the shorthanded goals, and Lamb almost had one other one. So he capitalized on one on the power play, another one on shorthanded.
LNP Children's Boutique, Midwest Floor Solutions, Peak Remodel and Design.
And we're going to take a quick break. And we'll thank our great sponsors that we have and we've been having throughout the entire winter season. We'll come back here in a few minutes here on KM Activities.
This sports broadcast on the KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by Bigelow Homes, delivering customers' homes with innovative and affordable design built around the way you live and personalized to your specific needs. If you're wanting the home of your dreams, start by visiting bigelowhomes.net. KM Telecom bundle cable, telephone, and internet together to make your home the complete entertainment package. Find out more at kmtel.com. The Casson-Mantorville School District, the winter season is in full swing, and scheduling changes can come quickly, which is why you should be following KM Activities on Twitter. We thank our other great sponsors as well, Home Federal Savings Bank, McKern Financial Group, and HockeyFinder.com. This sports broadcast on the KM Activities YouTube channel is sponsored in part by McKern Financial Group. Tax season is upon us, and McKern Financial can assist you with professional and personalized services and guidance. Visit McKernFinancial.com to set up an appointment today. HockeyFinder.com, where social hockey is made easy. HockeyFinder.com offers leagues, a free platform for pickup games, and is inclusive for all levels. Log on to HockeyFinder.com for more details. Home Federal Savings Bank, who are committed to providing great service and competitive products to individuals and businesses. Find all of Home Federal Savings Bank's options at justcallhome.com. And by KM Telecom, Bigelow Homes, and the Casson-Mantorville School District.
There you go. How's that? That a little better?
There, now I hear something.
I'm sorry. I forgot to pot us back up. Well, Lamb gets the, and welcome back here in the ice. I guess I'll just say everything over again because you didn't hear me the first time. 2 goals in that first period for the Dodge County Wildcats, both off Lamb's stick. He scored on the power play with Blaisdell assisting, and then a shorthanded goal from Donovan on the assist. Times were 5:18 and 15:23 for Brody Lamb. As I mentioned, that was his 6th shorthanded goal in the season. That was his 2nd power play goal. And then for Blaisdell, for his assists, he's got a ton of them. That's his 47th career assist for Charlie Blaisdell. He had 25 last year. He has 12 this year. Remember, he was a member of the Rochester Grizzlies, too, was Blaisdell. And for Donovan, who picked up another assist, that's his 11th for his career. Last year, he was 12 goals and 6 assists. Or that's what he's got this year. Pardon me. So he has 7 assists now after that first period assist that Donovan gave him. And Darren and I were talking about how chippy this thing's been getting with the penalties. And we are up to 7 total for the teams. Spartans had 3, Dodge County with 4, and Steve Alvarado covered the Simley game with the Dodge County girls. He said Dodge County ended up with 10 penalties in that game, with Simley having 6 or 7. So we might be on our way to another penalty fest in this second half. And as you said, Darren, though, the officiating has to call it that way. You got to keep putting kids on the box, which is why we saw less than 5 minutes of even 5-on-5 hockey in the first period.
Yeah, I think, it's important. Like you said, after every whistle, there's a little chatter going on and a little extra pushing and shoving. So hopefully they'll maybe call it a little tight right away to start the period and set the tone a little bit, and things will settle down here a little bit. But I tell you the way the first period went, if you weren't on the penalty kill team or on your power play team, you didn't get a lot of ice time.
Yes, you're exactly right. I mean, that we saw 4-on-4 hockey for a while, 5-on-4. I don't think we ever got the 4-on-3 yet. I don't think that didn't happen. There were other games that happened throughout the state today for boys hockey. It was Red Wing versus Winona, Lakeville North taking on Farmington, Mankato East at Northfield. John Marshall traveled to Century, but that was a long trip. Minnetonka hosting Owatonna and Albert Lee at Faribault. Those are all games that I figured I would highlight. And something else I'll highlight is what we have coming up for you this week. And that's a lot more stuff happening on KM Activities. Our channels are quite busy. It'll start Monday night when Byron comes to town to play the boys basketball team. We're on their own winning streak of up to 3 in a row after struggling to get the W. They lost their first 7 games. Now they put 3 straight. They'll have a tough time. Byron boys basketball, pretty solid. They're a good team. That should be a good one coming up on Monday night. And then Tuesday night is girls basketball taking on Leeward. We'll also have gymnastics versus Pine Island Zabrota Mazeppa. And then hockey-wise, I think Steve gets a little bit of a mini break, if I remember right. And I think he's got hockey a little bit later in the week. He's got La Crescent Friday night with these boys. And I can't remember if the girls are at home Thursday or not. I'm going to look at my schedule. I had it up earlier on my phone. Guy's as busy as I am. Let's see. Girls hockey plays Gentry Academy on the 25th, which is a Thursday night. And we'll have boys basketball also that night against Triton. And then it'll be boys hockey versus La Crescent Friday night.
Another big test for that girls hockey team. They really run the gauntlet with their schedule. They play some really good competition.
Unreal. Hill Murray, Breck, War Road in 3 straight games. Yeah. Top 5 teams in 2 and 1A. You got the number 1 team in War Road. Whew.
Yeah, and Gentry Academy's right up there too. They got some big wins on the year. So
they knocked off, was it Hill Murray or Breck? I can't remember which one they knocked off. And so yeah, they have a heck of a schedule for Coach Gunderson and company. Top 10 right now in boys for Class 1A. You mentioned Gentry Academy. Their boys are pretty good too. They're number 2.
That's a fairly new program up there, but They really bring it. They got a good brand of hockey going for them.
Let's see, number 1 is Hermantown. Gentry Academy is 2. Matamita 3. Little Falls. East Grand Forks, that's your top 5. War Road, Duluth, Denfeld, Fergus Falls, Alexandria, and then Northern Lakes round out the top 10 in Class 1A. That's where Dodge County is in 1A. Class 2A as Maple Grove, Eden Prairie, Lakeville South, St. Margaret's, and Grand Rapids in the top 5. Creek-Durham Hull, St. Thomas Academy, Hill Murray, Prior Lake, and Andover in the top 10. Dodge County with their 1A Section 1. And, you know, I try to look back, and I do this a lot, Darren, with previous matchups between these two teams. I try to go back. You know, Minnesota Scores is a great way to find scores, and it's so simple to go back previous years. I couldn't find a meeting between these two teams, between Mayo and Dodge County. I went back 5 seasons. I couldn't find one.
Mayo and Dodge County played 2 years ago in the Kiwanis tournament. I don't remember exactly what the score was. I believe Mayo won by a couple 3 goals, but it was a pretty good matchup back then too. So, but other than that, yeah, they haven't played a whole lot.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, you know, Century and Dodge have played a few times through the years. Years back, you know, that was pretty. They'd play a fair amount. But yeah, in the recent years, they, you know, the Lords has been a pretty good rival with them. And but yeah, the Mayo and John Marshall during the regular season hasn't been something that's happened a whole lot.
Where you got Northfield coming over once in a while. They play them. They play Owatonna usually, and there's quite a few teams in that Big 9 that they actually get to meet up with. Mankato East and Mankato West, both really, really good programs. They actually lead the Big 9 conference right now. Mankato East is 8-1, Mankato West 9-1. And I didn't look which team had won that. I'm sure they've played each other one time this season. Dodge County beating Mankato East earlier. And then Mayo lost to Mankato East, but that was a 2-1 game. And that game in particular, I bolded because Mayo lost that game 2-1, but the shot disparity, 54 for Mankato East, only 24 for Mayo.
Wow.
Now, how in the world was it 2-1?
Yeah, that's where hockey can be kind of a funny game. You get a hot goalie, and they can keep you in a game and sometimes steal one for you.
Well, clearly that night, Cawthorn, his gloves, I mean, his entire body must have been on fire by the end of the night. He had 52 saves on the night. And in the first period, he had 9 saves. 11 shots on goal, 2 of them find the net for Dodge County. And we're about to start the second period.
He's been pretty solid in goal so far tonight. You know, the first one that Brody got in, he didn't really have any angle. I'm not sure even how it found the back of the net. And then the second one, that beautiful pass from Donovan over there, he really didn't have a chance on it, you know.
Let's just hit a 2-on-1, and you got 2 of the best players that Dodge County has as far as offensive-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to be, that's tough sledding for Cawthorn. Because again, 4-1, and his save percentage is at .958. I mean, that's really good. And when you're only giving up 1.2 goals a game, too, I mean, he's a really, really good goalie.
Yep, you're going to keep your team in a lot of games that way.
And again, their transfer from Winona is Mancuso, and he's had 4 years of varsity experience.
Give our Dodge County Wildcats a hand, killing off this penalty.
That's right. Dodge County will start short-handed. Mayo will have a chance to put one on the board with a power play. We'll see if the physicality continues in the second period. Dodge County leading 2-0, trying to get their 8th straight win. And Mayo's looking for their 5th.
Like Dodge will start with Waleski and Rogney, Hamill and Blaisdell out on there trying to kill this off for them.
Right, because it's Lamb in the penalty box. He's the one that got called for it. Ethan Norm goes behind his net for Mayo, comes back to him, and on this near side, moving right to left is Hodge. He'll go to the far end and enter the Dodge County zone. Cleared up. No, stayed in. It was redirected. Stayed with Hodge. Now over on the far side. Comes to the near. Dennis a little hesitant to pull the trigger. Comes back towards the blue line. Now takes a shot. And it does go in. I don't know if that... Oh, they're going to call it waved off a high stick.
Oh, high sticking.
It touched a high stick of Mayo to get redirected back down. And I don't know if that went 5-hole on Dale or not.
It looked like he got a glove on it and it kind of popped up and maybe over the top of the glove, but I'm not sure if the stick kind of helped knock it out or what happened there.
I thought the same thing. I thought Dale saved it, and then I saw it come loose. That's why I thought maybe it scooted in between him, but I think you're right. It jumped over the top of him. But either way, it's not going to count.
The Mayo coaches weren't real happy about it, but there really hasn't been much arguing with the players or even the fans, so it must have been legit. I didn't really see it.
It was more of a groan from the Mayo fans. They weren't really mad about it. They kind of,
Usually you'll see people erupt on that kind of thing.
On the near side, Hodge comes back over to him. Shot, but it's redirected by Blaisdell. Trying to get it back deeper, but Mayo's having a hard time just setting up their offense. On the power play, now they do. Settle it over on the far side, come back to Norm. Centering pass and just missed the mark as Hodge.
He had the whole backside of the net wide open, just kind of fanned on it there.
Shot over from the point by Norman, but it'll go near side. Not really a threat. That got redirected in front. Dale does put a pad on it. As there's only 30 seconds left on the power play, and Dodge County, well, they tried to clear it. And it ends up hitting the rafters again. Oh, and a tumble down for a Spartan. Just slipping on the ice. That would be me if I got on the ice. 2-0. Dodge County up. 15:30, second period. The face-off will come over to the left of Dale. It'll be Lineback setting it up, as well as Isaac for Dodge County. One by Mayo. And they'll keep it in, trying to go into the front to Dale, maybe try to get a redirect, but it comes all the way out. Sexton chases. And that was tipped. They have a stick on the ice, too.
Broken piece of lumber there.
Yes. Got to get that out. Kids will end up tripping over it. Instead, all the way down. Good clear out by Dodge County, and they wasted that penalty. Got through it on the penalty kill, and we're actually at 5-on-5, if you can believe it. Darren, we're at 5-on-5 hockey.
Don't hold your breath here.
We'll see how long it lasts as Mayo tries to bring it up. Still can't get it out of their zone. Do finally, and it comes to mid-ice. And played up quickly by Williamson, and now Dodge County enters with Giesler. Giesler on the wraparound. Looking in the front for Donovan. Actually, that was touched by Cawthorn instead. Dale trying to shoot it up.
He had him breaking on the backside there. It was a nice job for Cawthorn getting a stick on it.
Yes. Right back to Dale. Trying to enter the Mayo zone a little bit farther. Comes behind the net from Cawthorn. Over on the far side, McPeak will save. Shot and glove save. Nice play by Cawthorn. As you said, that was a smart play by Cawthorn just to get a stick on it. Otherwise, it looked like an open net for DC again. Face off over on the far side. Donovan going to take with Lineback, or did he shuffle off? No, he did end up taking it. Mayo wins it. Trying to get it across. Hamill with a little bit of a check. Puck comes loose and Woleski dumps. Donovan saved by the blue line. Over on the far side. Where Mayo comes over the near. Right back around, and now they're trying to hustle it out with Lester. This two-line pass. Stolen back away. Lamb with a shot left side. It'll be the right of Cawthorn. And cleared out by Mayo.
Blaisdell gets away with an interference there. I think the crowd, you probably could hear them all over that one.
They wanted a call. Ethan Dennis dumps it into the Wildcat zone. 2-0, 13-15. Clock moves, second period. Dodge County leading. That goes up into the netting. So it'll be a face-off for these two teams, and it'll be in the Wildcat zone as DC makes an entire line change. 11-5 in shot attempts. That's 2 thus far for the Mayo Spartans. That's it. This puck goes high and drops right by Dale at the net. A couple of kids fighting behind the net. Boy, there's a lot of physicality back there. Chandler Dennis. I can't even see which Wildcat it is. It's pinned. Now it finally comes out.
Ethan Dale back under the pile there.
I think you're right. Dale ends up coming out with it.
I believe this is the first time this third line's been on the ice for Dodge County tonight, finally, without all the power plays.
Yeah, because we have not called Miles Smith, and he finally has a little possession. Looking for McPeak on this near side. He wanted it. Instead, they go to the far end. Funk was delivering a hit. McPeak does the same thing. And I think offside.
The offside,
yep. Just came out and dumped back down by Jacobson. Actually, I think that was only the second time. I think you're right. Might have been the first or second time we've seen the third line for Dodge County in the entire game. Face off right in front of us. Dennis will take with Isaac. Isaac wins off to Hamill, and he'll dump it in. Rodney trying to chase. Getting to it first is Hodge. Dodge County getting it back. Hamill, well, he tried to shoot it, but that was off about 3 guys and over on the far end. Dodge County still holding. Hamill, the hard slap shot. I'm not sure if that actually got the Cawthorn or not. It does not. It's not a shot on goal.
Traffic in front there.
Yeah, too much.
Somebody felt that one.
Yeah, I guarantee you that. Another stick comes loose.
Yeah.
Actually broken completely in half.
I think we're going to get a slash on that one.
Yep, they do. They call it on Jake Isaac.
Hard to get away with it when you break a kid's stick, but.
And in half, I don't think I've ever seen it just clean right in half.
Well, we had almost 2 minutes as I look at it, I think, there. Now we're back short-handed here tonight.
Fifth penalty.
Assessed to Dodge County number 11, Jake Isaac. 2 minutes for slashing.
Yep.
That's Isaac.
You called it
2 minutes
slashing
slashing
on Isaac. That puck will stay in. It actually rolled on the blue line, and Mayo has a great shot in front, and it is saved. Boy, Ethan Dennis wouldn't have had a better look.
He put that right off of Dale's grill, right in the head.
Whew. I think the Wildcats thought that had cleaned out, and so they thought Mayo would be offside, and instead the puck trickled directly on the blue line and just stayed in. It gave Ethan Dennis a one-on-one chance with Dale, and Darren called it right off the helmet. Trying to get it right back across. Mayo will dump it down. On the near side, comes all the way out with Ethan Norman. And he'll chase to Cawthorn and have to look over his options at his own blue line. He will dump. That's icing because he didn't get to the midline. They go from one end to the other after 1 minute and 3 seconds into the power play, so 57 seconds left on the power play for the Spartans, but don't see that very often. They have their own icing.
Yeah. No, Donovan was coming hard, putting a little pressure on there, and I think he just got a little antsy with the puck and dumped it a few steps early there.
Mayo will set things up, and with Isaac's the penalty at McPeak. And Dodge County is actually short-handed, but they try to get a shot on goal. It does go wide. The run the far side comes back to near, and Mayo will clear. They got to get something going on the power play, but instead checked off the puck. Woleski, almost Rodney tried to catch up to it, couldn't. It's Sexton. Rodney does take him off and in front. A short-handed chance for Woleski, and sliding on the play is Sexton.
Nice hustle play by Rodney to win the battle behind the net, and great centering pass.
And almost another one for Mayo. Now they do with Sexton up front.
Yeah.
And I think did the post come off the boring?
Not sure. He put an arm up right away. I think he's going to send somebody.
Well, charging in hard was Sexton. It looked like he was going to have a chance for Mayo on just one-on-one, right in front of Dale. Would have been a great chance. And instead, the official blew the whistle. And as Darren called it, he raised the hand. Clock is stopped at 10:05 in the second period, and just 11 seconds left on the power play for Mayo. And we'll be back to 4-on-4, or what are we talking
I
about?
don't know. We're talking things over here. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to call here. Looks like nothing. Maybe they just did call the net off the getting knocked off. Talking to the boys a little bit about settling things down, I think.
And Lamb's talking to an official right now, as you can see on the camera. Yeah, I don't know. There's a long conversation between officials, and now a long conversation between a couple of Spartans and Wildcats down on the left side of the ice. Another one.
They are sending somebody to the box here.
Yep.
Every official has about 3 players talking to them right now, so everybody's pleading a case here.
It ends up being Dodge County having the penalty. That goes on McPeak.
2 men down now. A little 5-on-3 hockey for 11 seconds.
Yes, just 11 seconds for Mayo, but they'll have a good chance. Brody Lamb wins the faceoff, and he slaps it hard to try and clear it out. Saved up by Norman at the blue line. 2 seconds and 1. Now it is 5-on-4 as slap shot hard over the far side. It's redirected by Blaisdell. Stayed in for Mayo, though. And getting it deeper in. Blaisdell gets him off. Over on the far side, stayed in for Jacobson, and Brody Lamb steals. He's got Donovan with him. Could have a shorthand chance. Gives it to Donovan, he scores! A give and go from Lamb to Donovan. 3-0, Dodge County leading.
Jacobson up there at the point stumbled as they tried to drop it back to the D. He stumbled just for a second, just gave Lamb a little bit of room.
That's all he needs, isn't it, Darren?
He was off to the races. Mayo was charging hard, trying to catch up to him. He did a little fancy stick handling, dumps it off to Donovan, and once again, Kohler had no chance.
Another shorty. 2 shorthanded goals on the night. What we said that wasn't the game plan for Coach Ward. Maybe we were wrong. Holy cow.
Looks like Mayo's going to use a timeout
Scoring
here.
for Dodge County, number 14, Matt Donovan. Assisted
Unbelievable.
by number 7, Brody Lamb. Goal is shorthanded. That's Donovan from Lamb. Shorthanded, time of goal 7:28 in the second period.
That is the second shorthanded goal for Donovan as the timeout is called for Mayo. A 3-0 lead, and they've all happened without 5-on-5 hockey. Power play goal for Lamb in the first.